This is a writing pad from the Rainbow Motel. Exactly the same kind of paper that I found in Dr. Bedford's practice. Someone jotted something down here. McC 169316. Wait a minute. Joe's wife said he always had a locker at the airport when he was in Vegas. McC. That could stand for McCarran Airport. Meaning 169 could be the number of the locker, and the rest is the combination. Number 169. This is it. What do we have here? An empty bag. There are some dollar bills left in it. Looks like someone was in a hurry. There's more. A newspaper from 2 weeks ago. That must be Joe's travel literature which he left here. A baseball magazine and a few full of scantily clad women. Yep, definitely Joe Costafiore's. What's this? A travel catalog. Quite heavy. Somehow this seems out of place. I wonder if someone else put it here. Let's see. Joe was assigned to take the money from the casinos to New York, but he never got round to doing that, and now he never will. It was in Dr. Bedford's office that I found the piece of paper with the locker combination on it, or what was left of it. And now Joe's dead, and the money's gone. I'm getting the impression that the good doctor isn't so clean after all. Anyway, I need to find out where he is. That's a page from the brochure for Dr. Bedford's practice. It has the practice's address and phone number on it. This must be the missing page from Madame Ferrot's brochure. Public phones. These here actually work, which makes them rare specimens of their kind. Who should I call?
Vanderbilt residence. Good evening.
Good evening, Mrs. Vanderbilt. This is Al Baxter. How are you and your daughter?
All our hopes rest on you, Mr. Baxter. Please hurry with your investigation.
I was able to find out a couple of things.
Please enlighten me.
I'm afraid there are some things about Dr. Bedford's past which you don't know yet. It would take too long to explain it all over the phone, and I'm in a hurry. I'll tell you everything once I'm back in Los Angeles. I have to go. Goodbye, Mrs. Vanderbilt.
Goodbye, Miss.
I can't fly away yet. These are plane tickets for a return flight from New York to Las Vegas. The outward flight was 2 weeks ago, and the date for the return flight is set for next week. That's the travel catalog from Joe Costafiore's locker. Pretty heavy. Pages 316 to 320 have been ripped out. On the very last page is the publisher's address and phone number. Sometimes I feel as if an invisible force was trying to make... Excuse me? Sometimes I can't. I've got some unfinished. Who should I call?
Up and Away Travel Agency. My name is Tiffany. How may I be of service?
Hello, Tiffany. I have your current North American travel catalog here. Unfortunately, it's missing a few pages.
We'd be happy to send you a new catalog right away, sir.
Thanks, but it would be just as good if you could tell me what's on the missing pages.
Certainly, sir. Which pages are you inquiring about?
Page 316 to 320.
A moment, please, sir. Ah, yes. Here. The enchanting winter world of Aspen. Plunge into the mountain's pristine beauty. Feel the adrenaline rush as you speed down the slopes. Let eventful days fade away over hot cocoa and enjoy the peace and isolation of your own mountain lodge.
Wonderful, thank you. You've been a big help, Tiffany.
Gladly, sir. Goodbye.
Remote Mountain Lodge in Aspen, huh? Sounds just like the doctor. This might be a long shot, but the travel catalog is the only lead I have. Let's see if this will finally take me to Bedford. This should be it. The lady down at the hotel reception recognized Bedford's photo and sent me here. Let's see.
Who's there?
I'm a private investigator looking for Christopher Bedford.
Bedford? There's no Bedford here. Please leave.
That didn't work too well.
Who's there?
Room service.
I don't need anything. Please, go away.
That didn't.
Who's there?
Denise sent me, Mr. Bedford. She's convinced of your death and very upset over it.
Denise. Come in. How is Denise?
Just as you'd expect under the circumstances. She's despaired and confused.
I never wanted to hurt her. That was never my intention.
Denise isn't the only one whose life you messed up. Your brother is dead, and Walter Vanderbilt is stuck in jail because of it.
What? Walter? What does he have to do with anything?
The police think he's murdered you.
Oh, that... It was never planned this way. Oh, God. None of this was planned. Everything got out of hand. Oh, God.
Why did you kill your brother?
It was an accident. I really didn't want to... Well, I didn't know what to do. I reacted instinctively and... Oh, God. What was I thinking?
Pull yourself together. Let's take it from the start. Joe was your twin brother, yes?
Yes. Yes, that's right. As unlikely as that may seem today, we grew up together in Jersey. Joe always had the wrong friends and kept being roped into things. He often took advantage of our semblance in the process. I was always a scapegoat for his monkey business. It started with petty thefts. Soon it was cars and then more. He slipped deeper and deeper into this world, kept pulling me down with him.
Until you fled from home.
Exactly. I ran off as soon as I could. I just wanted to get out of all that before there was no way out. I went to California, changed my name, and earned a medical degree.
And then the world caught up with you.
Unfortunately, yes. Joe somehow managed to track me down when he was in Vegas. Damn coincidence. He kept calling my practice over and over and over again. I told him it was all over. I didn't want anything to do with him or his monkey business. And then, one night, he was standing right there in my office. He tried to coax me into something, to use me as a scapegoat again. We got into a fierce fight. We were at each other's throats, and then...
Then you killed him.
I didn't want to. I didn't think about it. Suddenly, I had this paperweight in my hand, and Joe was lying there, dead.
I see. Who ransacked your practice then?
I did. I panicked. Didn't know what to do at first. But I knew then the life I knew was over. So I thought I'd make it look like a burglary. Joe still looked just like me, and everyone would mistake him for me. I wanted to flee. Have the world believe I was dead. For a while, it worked too.
But Walter Vanderbilt had to pay the price.
Damn. It went all wrong.
Why did you break off your engagement to Denise?
Denise. She didn't know a thing about my past. The last thing I wanted was to drag her into this, like I'd always been dragged into things. When Joe discovered me, and started calling me, I had to make a decision. Either I tell Denise everything and endanger her in the process, or I keep my distance from her, in order to protect her. So I decided to cut her off, for her protection.
How did you come into possession of your brother's money?
Before we got into the fight, Joe told me he was a courier for the Mafia. He tried to lure me into it with promises of big money. He also mentioned a locker at McCarran Airport. Later, when he was lying at my feet, I saw the piece of paper beneath him with the combination on it. Suddenly, I was on the run and assumed dead. I could use the money. I could hardly make a withdrawal from my bank account post-mortem, so I ripped off the piece of paper and flew to Vegas.
And where is the money now?
That, Mr. Baxter, is something I'd like to know, too.
Throw your piece on the floor. Over to the couch. Now.
I hope you'll excuse our sudden entrance, but I'm sure you'll understand that we need to protect our financial interests.
How did you find me?
You have Mr. Baxter here to thank for that. Thanks to his investigation, you were brought to our attention. We've been tracking him for a while.
I should have known.
So, Mr. Bedford, where is the money?
As soon as you tell them what they want to know, we're both dead.
Shut up! You'll both be dead if you don't stop talking.
Gentlemen, please. I'm sure we can resolve this situation in everybody's best interest, without resorting to physical violence.
What guarantee do we have that you'll let us live?
None, you seedy little snoop. Let's cut him up, boss. This guy's getting on my nerves.
Please don't let my colleague's aggressive temper unsettle you. He doesn't always know when to shut his mouth. Nevertheless, I'll have to appeal to your rationality, Mr. Baxter. It's in your best interest to give our property back to us. You will not be harmed.
Then show me a sign of good faith. Tell your colleague here to lower his gun.
Oh, you smug little... Can you believe this guy? I feel like beating the living daylights out of you.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Let us go, and we'll tell you where the money is.
You tell us where the money is, and we'll let you go.
Let's talk about this.
We are talking right now, Mr. Baxter.
Under force of arms.
I'll show you what force means.
The gun is just a precautionary measure to ensure that our conversation progresses in an orderly fashion.
That it would, without the threat. I'm a very patient listener.
You'll be a very dead listener unless you start talking.
Oh, I know you are, Mr. Baxter. But my patience is being tested right now. Maybe the gun will inspire you to find an answer. Where is the money?
Yeah, where's the money, Doidbag?
Never mind.
This guy's just trying to buy some time. Let's ice him, boss. Come on.
Vito, as soon as we're back in New York, I'll see to it you undergo some anger management therapy.
Why don't you lower your weapon? Then we can talk about this peacefully.
Keep your trap shut.
Can't we settle this like civilized people?
Are you trying to say I'm uncivilized, college boy? Just shut your mouth and tell us where the money is.
That doesn't even make any sense. How is he supposed to shut his mouth and tell us what we need to know at the same time? Vito, think.
How are you?
Just want all this to end.
All the money's been spent. Every last penny.
That would be very unfortunate. Especially for you. You're lucky I don't believe you.
I am a lucky devil, yes.
And I'm a man with a sense of humor. But I must urge you not to force me into any action I'd regret. I assure you, Mr. Baxter, I'm perfectly willing to do whatever it takes to retrieve what's rightfully ours. After all, $2 million is not exactly peanuts.
$2 million?
Well, I needed a little starting capital for my new life.
Hand over the money, or your new life will be the afterlife.
Despite of my colleague's blunt phrasing, I have to agree with him. Where is the money?
This guy, let's ice him.
Vito,
No. That... Sometimes...
Hey, no.
If only I could reach my gun. He's not my type. Sometimes
This guy, let's ice.
Vito,
How are you?
Just want all this.
I'd love to sit down in front of it, but that's hardly an option in our... How are you?
Just want.
The door leads to the control room of the cable car station. A funnel. They probably use it to refill the machines with oil. Cutting pliers. These could come in handy. There's nothing else of interest in the toolbox. The lock seems very robust. I won't be able to open this with my bare hands. The lock is too hefty to cut it open with small pliers. The lever won't budge. I guess it only works when the machine is running. This must be the master switch for the cable car station. The The wire fence is to stop the cable car technicians from tripping and falling into the machine. I'll cut a piece of wire out. Won't budge. Very robust and sturdy. I already have a bit of wire. Maybe I can use the wire as a lockpick. All right, the station's running now. Wait, we want to get up and I need to change. Come on, Doctor. Let's get out of here. How are you?
I just want all of this to end.
It will soon. You do realize that I'll have to turn you over to the police when this is over.
I know, but now the Mafia is after me. I'd prefer a jail cell to a cold death in the snow anytime. Besides, I'm sick of fleeing. I've been fleeing my whole life. It would be nice if all this stopped. I could finally get some rest, even if that would have to be in prison.
I see.
Do you think we'll make it?
I'm working on it.
What happened? Why did we stop?
I'm afraid your pursuers caught up with us.
Now that's trapped up there. Come on, let's get those bastards back down here. If I get a chance to lay my hands on them, I'll cut them open.
Damn it!
What do we do now?
We need to get out of here somehow. The box is locked with a big screw nut and welded securely to the floor. I can't crack this open with my bare hands. I can't use this to loosen that big nut. Excuse me. The hatch is locked with a big screw nut. Sometimes This is the emergency hammer for smashing the windows in the event of, well, an emergency. Let's see if the key part of the hammer fits here. What do we have here? An oxygen mask. Oh, and a rope. Let's see if the key fits here. Excuse me? No. I can't just throw the rope down there. I should tie it somewhere first. The box is welded to the floor and very sturdy. This could work. I won't throw the rope down as long as the gondola's moving. It could easily get entangled in the trees and snap, and the rope is our only chance of getting out of here. How is that? The rope is tied to the box. The box is empty. It's too far down. No. Hokum. Hokum. How is that? I won't throw the rope down. It could easily get it, and the rope is our... It won't budge. The door must have locked automatically when we left the station. How is that? How is that? No. No. I've already unlocked the hatch. It won't. The door. How are you?
Just
No. The mountain is covered in deep snow. Just one loud noise could trigger an avalanche. A little funnel. There's still some oil on it. The funnel and the gas bottle might work like an air horn. But first, I'll have to get the mask off. I cut off the mask. Now, only the tube is attached to the bottle. I'll put the funnel into the tube. Voila! An air horn. Now, let's see if this works. I won't throw the rope down as long as it could eat and the... Excuse me? Maybe a heap of snow will cool down those hotheads in the valley. It's too far down. Well, Doctor, looks like you won't have to worry about these three, but there are more of their kind where they came from. I'm afraid you'll never live in peace as long as you're in possession of the money, not even in prison.
I just want all this to end. I don't even care about the money.
I'm sure the FBI will be very interested to know where exactly the money is coming from. Who knows? Maybe they'll let you join in some witness protection program. There are the police.
You know, Mr. Baxter, the mafiosi would have found me sooner or later, but I never have Anyway, thank you.
Don't thank me too soon. You'll still have to explain everything to Denise, and especially... Well, I bet... Whew. All the excitement. On second thought, I think my first point of action should be to find out where a guy can get a drink around here at this hour. About the murder circumstances.
Blech.
Everything looks like a break-in that exhalated. What the hell is exhalated? Blah, blah. How about the key to Lloyd's? Blah, blah, blah. My name is Baxter. I'm a private investigator. My mother hired me. My mother? Not my mother. I'm making good progress. Thanks to the phone call list you gave me, I discovered a hot